Hey guys, it's JR. Today I want to challenge you to a question, and this is a question that we all should be asking ourselves every once in a while, and that question is, what's next? You see, when we were kids, we all imagined how school would be like. Is it going to be scary? Is it going to be fun? Are we going to make new friends?
Hi, can I be your friend? No, you're ugly.
And then we go through these different stages of education. Kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, high school. And high school is sort of that peak where you really want to get over with because, all those tests, exams, stress, puberty. We've all been through that. But then you make it into college, which is a brand new start. A time when you're semi-independent, which you have this amazing or miserable 4 years. Either way, after college, you start thinking to yourself, should I go to grad school? Should I pursue higher education? Or should I enter the workforce? Like I did. Anyhow, up to this point, so far in each stage of life, there has always been a next phase. There has always been something new. There has always been a new hope. There has always been something you could look forward to. Something that'll just come along the way and happen when the right time comes. Time. But now you're in the workforce. All of a sudden, there is no next phase. All of a sudden, there is nothing pre-plotted out for you for the remaining time of your life. There is no one out there to tell you what you should do. Before this, you were just living by a blueprint that the system has drawn up for you. And now you have to start thinking for yourself. And that's something that we weren't trained for. So what's next? When I was in college, my dad would often compare me to my and my they were super duper smart. They were brilliant students going to top universities. Their futures were promising, everything that I was not. So I hated being compared to them. And so I would always talk back to my dad in a rebellious tone saying like, so you're going to a top university. You're probably going to end up working at best in the industry. A couple years from now, they're probably going to get married to their nice girlfriends. And then a couple years later, they're going to have kids, a family. They're probably going to buy a nice house, a fancy sports car. And you know what? To pay off the mortgage, they're going to have to work even harder. So, tell me, what's next? I would always get my dad at that point. And my dad would say back to me in a gentle tone saying, son, that's just the way life is. And I would say, well, no, that is not the way I want my life to be. By the way, my they have great lives. It's just not for me. Fast forward several years later to now I'm in the workforce. I wouldn't say everything worked out for me all that well, but life is good, life is okay, life has been treating me fair enough, I'm getting by. But more recently, that same old question that I've been asking my dad has been slapping me right back in the face like, so, what's next? You're a YouTuber, you're living the dream job, you're making a dent in the universe, you have 500k subs. Well, we're almost there. Bear with me. Remember to subscribe and ring that bell. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything. But still in my mind, I can't help myself but ask, what's next? There is definitely a lot I could do to improve with my career, but what's after 500k? What's after 1 million subs? What's after I get the golden plate, if I ever do get it? What's after I cut more deals? What's after I reach out to more people? What's after I finish writing this book? It comes out next summer, by the way. Remember to buy it or else I'll punch you. Just kidding. There has got to be a next phase, but this time, no one has it thought out for you. This time, you're on your own. And I bet a lot of you are pounding your chest like, he gets me! He gets me! No matter how good life is, or bad, there is nothing more terrifying than the thought of staying stuck at where you are right now. Because people are meant to make progress. People are meant to live raising levels. People are meant to embrace new hope. And without that, life is kind of scary. Not that I'm trying to scare you, but I'm challenging you. I'm challenging us to think deeper, to think one step ahead. What's next? Even if you have the most crystal clear purpose, goal, vision, that doesn't mean you don't feel lost sometimes. Sometimes we get lost halfway. Sometimes we feel lost halfway. But it's these moments and the decisions we make that make who we are to become. And the moment you stop questioning yourself, the moment you settle with reality, the moment you stop making progress, the moment you stop raising your level in life. In the words of Ronald Reagan, there are no constraints on the human mind, no walls around the human spirit. No barriers to our progress, except those we ourselves erect. The mind is the driving force, and so starting today, ask yourself, what's next? And that is my challenge to you for a better future. Peace.
Remember to subscribe and ring the bell and join JR's Facebook.
Not Facebook.
Press play.
And what do you have to say?
Because he's ugly.